Now, let me tell you something that will save your years of exhaustion. You cannot pour peace into people who are committed to chaos. And if you keep trying, eventually you will drain yourself trying to save people who never wanted to change. Hello, everyone. Welcome back to Elevate You Lifestyle. I'm Eric Quick Nelson. Imagine this: you keep showing up for someone, you give advice, you give patience, you give understanding, you try to help them to think clearer, move better, do better. For a moment, it feels like progress, but then they repeat the same behavior, the same habits, the same chaos, the same excuses. And slowly, you begin to realize something. You care more about their growth than they do. This is what we're going to talk about today. Let's dive into it. And one of the fastest ways to lose yourself is trying to carry people who refuse to carry themselves. Now, let's be clear. There is nothing wrong with helping people. There is nothing wrong with support, compassion, or patience. But there is a difference between helping someone and emotionally attaching yourself to their unwillingness to change. That difference matters. Because some people don't want solutions. They want comfort. They want someone to listen, but not challenge them. Someone to rescue them, but not require growth from them. And if you're not careful, you will spend years pouring energy into cycles that never evolve. Let me say this clearly. You cannot heal people who are invested in staying the same. And trying to do so will emotionally exhaust you, because growth requires participation. Real change requires accountability, discipline, self-awareness. And some people are simply not ready for that. I mean, it doesn't make them bad, but it does mean you have to stop making their chaos your responsibility. See, here's where most people lose themselves. See, they confuse loyalty with self-sacrifice. So they stay explaining, stay fixing, stay emotionally overextending. And over time, their peace disappears, their focus disappears, their energy disappears. Because emotionally carrying people is heavy, especially when they keep dropping the weight back on you. Now, let me remind you of something important. But you're not responsible. You're not responsible for saving everyone. You are responsible for protecting your peace, your purpose, your direction, your vision. That is maturity. Understanding that compassion without boundaries becomes self-destruction. Strong people learn that quietly. They stop forcing growth onto others. They stop trying to convince people to evolve. They stop draining themselves trying to wake people up. Instead, they become an example. They grow, they build, they move differently. And people who are ready to evolve will recognize it. But they stop chasing people who are committed to dysfunction. That's the key. Because some people only change when life forces them to. And no amount of energy can replace personal accountability. But let me say something powerful. The people who truly want better, they move differently. They don't You don't have to drag them. You don't have to constantly motivate them. You don't have to repeatedly rescue them. They participate in their own growth. That's alignment. That's reciprocity. And that reciprocal energy, it feels peaceful, not draining, not chaotic, peaceful. And here's the shift. Instead of asking, how do I save them? Ask, why am I abandoning myself trying to save everyone else? That question changes everything. Because once you reclaim your energy, you stop overextending. You stop emotionally bleeding for people who refuse to heal. And you start protecting your life differently. That's growth. That's awareness. That's power. Stop pouring into people who pour nothing into themselves, because eventually you will realize you have been draining your future trying to rescue someone else's present. If this message spoke to you today, make sure you hit the like button. Subscribe to this channel, Elevate You. This Elevate You. And as always, let's elevate.